welcome to the first episode of Fox Intern Up, where the Fox 5 interns get to have a take on everything happening in hot topics, from news, new TV shows, music, and everything you want to hear about. So are you ready for the party? Come on in. But guys, let's talk about Drake's new album, Scorpion. This is supposed to be a two-sided disc. I don't know if any of y'all bought like the actual CD because I just have it on Apple Music.
Yeah,
but this album is fire. Like, he has samples in there from Mariah Carey, from Nicki Minaj, from I think Jay-Z featured on one of the songs.
Michael Jackson.
And he had Michael.
Like MJ.
How did you get MJ? How did you get MJ when MJ's dead? Like, how did you get MJ? But honestly, such a great album. But let's talk about one of like the super mega hits from his album, Emotionless, where he finally admits that he has a son, and he says this, infamous line that everybody's talking about on Twitter. I wasn't hiding my son from the world, I was hiding the world from my son. So how do you guys feel about that? And do you think that it was okay for Pusha T to just kind of like hit below the belt and release that even before Drake got to actually even speak about it?
I honestly think that Drake was telling the truth about him hiding himself in the world, because due to the child's mother's occupation, people may look at the child like, why are you having a baby with like this person? Why not this person? So therefore, it's kind of hard for him to be like, guys, this is my child, without having any backlash. Now, Pusha T with the backlash. Here's the thing about hip hop: the point of battling someone like with your raps or with the diss is to hit below the belt. That's how it's always been. But I feel like people are kind of more touchy now, like, oh, that's a child, da da da. But it's happened all the time. I just think that because Drake's so mainstream now, it's kind of like out there. Yeah.
And I think that like in one of the songs he was talking about how he only met her twice. So that was like, what do you think about it?
Okay, so as an album as a whole, I really like it. I enjoy it. I'm not too much of a fan of the R&B side. It's a little too slow. Like, my mood right now is not for it. But the rap side, I'm here for it. But the whole child and the Pusha T thing, my thing is, if you hit me below the belt, I should be able to hit below the belt, okay? Like, there should be no repercussions. Oh my God, you should have said that. No. You came at me first. I might have started the beef, but once you hit that little sweet spot, oh, I'm coming. But
he also Drake didn't decide to fire back that hard at Pusha T. Like, Pusha T came hard. Yeah. Drake didn't do any of that to him.
But I think also it's because Drake is essentially the bigger artist in this time period, so it's like he's giving him free publicity. So I think that that's kind of something he was trying to stay away from. Like, okay, I'm gonna take this L because I know I'm gonna always be more successful than you.
But it's also a question of, would Drake still be hiding him from the world
if Pusha never came out and
said it? That's what I was thinking. I was like, I think he went on and added those tracks.
Exactly.
He didn't have those tracks in his original lineup. So,
but all in all, the album is really, really good. And he, and also on Emotionless, he says another controversial line where he's talking about like the girls and social media, and he says, this girl, she had this goal of going to Rome, and all she did was post pictures for people at home because all that mattered was impressing the people that she knew at home. So I love how he hit exactly what social media means to us nowadays. So do you guys think that social media kind of gives us this platform where we're allowed to create artificial lives? And do you think that like sometimes people just take social media as the new reality when it's really not?
Definitely. I mean, the purpose of Instagram and Twitter now is to promote yourself, which is why the reason there's Instagram models. You can shop on Instagram now, so therefore you're promoting your business, you're promoting you basically to the world. People will like you, will book you, will hire you. So therefore, like, if you go to Paris or whatever, and you're like, guys, I went to Paris, you get more likes, and you get feed. It goes on, the, what is it called, like when you,
the explore page.
The explore page. You make it on there. Everyone sees your picture. Now you're out there, and if you're a model or a singer, now producers saw your picture and they click. You know what I mean? So
you got a new career.
It's just all promotion. It's all promotion.
Exactly. So you put out there what you want people to see, and even with that line, honestly, we're not posting it that much for us. Like, yeah, we might like the picture, think we look good, but ultimately we're doing it so other people will see it and be like, oh wow, you know.
So how do you guys like react like when you post a picture and you're like, dang, this picture's about to get mad likes and it doesn't get like the likes you think it's gonna get? Do you guys ever like go through things
Honestly,
like that?
when I was younger, it annoyed me because I would be like, I need to get so and so likes, and when I get, I'm like, I'm gonna take it down because I get that many likes. But like now I'm older and I'm like, I like the picture. I think it's
going up.
If you don't like it, I'm fine because I think I look nice in the picture. So I think it's all about validation. If you don't need validation, people saying that you look good, you'll be fine. Post a picture, getting 3 likes on it. It won't matter to you.
Yeah, that's how I used to be when I was in middle school. Now I don't know. I feel with social media nowadays that people paint this picture how they wish their life was, and I don't think people understand is, oh, I'm posting this because this is what makes me happy. Not realizing this is not my life. Like it's not a pretty picture all the time. So people get through their head like, oh, you know, this person does have bad days, but this is what they want the world to see because it makes them happy. So the goal for them is to make other people happy. I don't know, that's just how I think about it. So yeah, basically.
Like everyone's like showing their happy side all the time, like you said, but then also when people show like their sad side, it's kind of like, what's wrong with you? Like why are you posting this picture? Why? Then it's like, well, now I don't want to show you my vulnerable side because you're making fun of it. You're talking about like I can't be happy all the time, but
I just don't like how kind of Instagram requires you to be active all the time or you lose followers. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, because like they have the new apps and it'll tell you like, oh, this person hasn't been active in 20 days. Unfollow. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's not every day I'm gonna get a picture looking like Beyonce. You know what I mean? Like,
is that true?
Yeah.
Well, it won't do it automatically. But
It won't do it
like,
automatically,
if you see
but,
someone hasn't posted since January, you're like, okay, why am I following them?
Unfollow.
I was like, because I was about to say, I've just started using my Instagram again. I didn't use it until, I stopped using it 2016 when I graduated high school. And when I got to college, I was like, okay, what's Instagram? Like, forget about it. It's all about Twitter. And I was like, oh my, my Instagram just disappeared on me. I was like, okay, I'm like, but okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so I just wish that like we were more accepting of, you know, let me have these social media pages to interact with my family, interact with my friends from, you know, who go all over the world or whatever, and not just post a picture every day, post Snapchat every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean that's what social media is, and it's a powerful tool that we now have that we have to take advantage of, like what we're doing now with our new show.
So Tiana Taylor just came out with an album called KTSE, to me, Keep That Same Energy. I know a lot of you haven't heard the album, but let me just tell you,
that joint is fire.
it is fire. It is lit. It is the definition of lit and fire, and I need a firehouse right now because it's hot. It's about her in a relationship with her husband, who is a known basketball player named Iman, how do you pronounce it? Shumpert. Thank you. Yes, and how they keep their relationship spicy. You know, they have a child, and just how to keep on to something that's just so sacred to them. So, what do you guys think of Tiana Taylor album? Well, what do you think of her album?
Honestly, I think the album was fire. I listened to it all the way through, did not stop. Like, it was just like, and I don't know another album that I was able to listen to like that. Until after Kaleidoscope Dream by Miguel, I wasn't able to listen to an album all the way through like I was with this album. But my favorite song is oh my gosh, Gonna Love Me. That is my song, and I just thought that it was amazing, and she's great. I didn't even know that she had vocals like that.
Yeah, okay, talking about the vocals, thank you for saying that. What do you guys think about her vocals? I remember when I was elementary school, middle school, she came out with a song, Marvin's Room, and then there's 2 versions of it. One when she's singing, the one that was played on the radio, but then there was another one where she had like a very deep voice. I don't want to call it manly, but it didn't sound like her. So what do you think about her vocals, and when she go on tour, like how do you expect that to
okay, I'm gonna have to be playing devil advocate, but I love Tiana Taylor as a person. She seems like a very nice, hilarious person, and she can dance crazy.
I was gonna say she can really.
But I am not pressed for her music. Like I saw the album come out, and I was like, okay, like it's there. Like I was not pressed to listen to it. I heard like one song, and I was like, okay, I don't want to hear the rest of the album. Like I wasn't that impressed by her. Love her, and you're wrong. But also with her singing live, like a lot of the videos I've seen of her singing live, it's more of the background vocals and her kind of
Just
mildly singing on top of it, kind of coming in and out. Is not really her singing live. So I'm not quite sure how that will go.
But don't you think it's because she's a performer, because she goes all out in her dancing, and it's hard for you to sing and dance.
But isn't
I
it
can barely walk and sing at the same
Isn't
time.
this like
you know
a
what I
slower
mean?
album
It's just
though
like-
too?
Oh,
yeah,
I'm used to
not
her
even that.
being
Maybe
like
she's not
really
like
dancing.
Yeah.
If you think of Beyonce, Destiny's Child, Sierra, they've sung
Yeah.
while dancing hardcore. That's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
No.
Sometimes, like,
Because
it
Chris
takes
Brown and Usher can't do it at the same time.
Wait, Chris
Yeah.
You need to dance and sing.
Yeah.
Chris Brown is like our.
He be sounding so. No, he sounds so out of breath to me.
You hating, girl.
Hey, he just sounds.
sounding out of breath and not being on the same pitch is two different things.
What's to me? If you're out of breath and you're off pitch.
You're not off. If you can be out of breath and singing on the right pitch. You could be singing on the wrong pitch and have breath. So, just saying. For example, I'm not trying to pick at her, but Mariah Carey, she doesn't really move, but sometimes she's out of pitch.
Okay, and you should be out of. Okay, I feel it. Gotcha.
No, honestly, I think that it takes a long time for you to perfect that craft of dancing and singing at the same time. And I haven't really seen her perform live and sing live, so I don't really know about that. But for one, I know she could dance.
Yeah.
She was in like New York Fashion Week last
she
year.
shut it down.
She shut it all the way down. Sis can perform like she has my full attention.
Yeah.
Her body is banging, body goes for the rest of my life. And this album was amazing. So I hope that she's able to give us exactly what she's been giving us all these years in this tour that she's about to start.
And there was a lot of buzz going around. I know she put on Twitter that more songs were supposed to come out on her album over the weekend, and it didn't happen. So, do you guys think that it will once happen, or just be like a visual kind of thing?
But you know, like Kanye, because you know, like they release, he's like the manager, or he oversees Nas's music, Pusha T's music, his own music, of course, and Tiana Taylor. And all of their Nas, Kanye's album, and Pusha's album all had 7 songs.
Wow.
Because that's like the new thing that he wanted to start. But Tiana, her music was just so good that Kanye was like, you know what, I'm going to give you that 8th song, and let's have 8 songs on your album. So maybe it's because of maybe it's a Kanye thing. Like, I'm not too sure, but maybe it's Kanye. I don't know, but I want more Tiana Taylor music because this was bomb.
Yeah.
I can honestly see her pulling Beyonce and having just like a whole visual.
Yeah, I can see that
Oh,
too.
that would be
Kanye
good. So maybe
Taylor.
that's what they're planning. Maybe
Because
that's
you know
what's
Kanye's smart and
Yeah.
his visuals be on point. I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna lie about that. So he may be pulling
I'm
out of his head.
so with that. I'm gonna just say for y'all that haven't listened, or for you who just heard one song, so, you know, some albums you might not like on the first ear,
Yeah.
but if you keep listening to it, that bug will get you, baby.
Yeah.
It will get you.
Alright guys, Kayla had to step out real quick, but to continue, another female that is killing the game is no other than Miss Cardi B.
I love her.
Cardi B is the first female rapper to have 2 number ones, Billboard Hot 100, and the first artist to ever hold the number 1 spot on Billboard Top 100, Canadian 100, and iTunes chart, all at one time with her single "I Like It." Cardi B is booming.
Yeah, she's fire.
I like it. She's killing y'all.
She's
Yeah.
popping right now. She is popping, but
Oh, sorry.
all of her glory and all of her poppiness. Do y'all think she's a better artist than Miss Nicki Minaj?
I wish I had something to drink because this is tea, honey.
But
This is tea, honey. This is tea because.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, to be honest, I feel like I don't want to compare the two of them because I feel like in female rap, they're always putting the females in industries altogether. They're always trying to put females against each other. But when it comes to the men, this is my bro. You know, like let's feature together on a song. Like I want to see them come together. Like they're 2 powerful women in their own rights. And of course, like Cardi B, she done got these number ones that you know Nicki hasn't gotten in her career. But at the same time, Nicki's music is still, in my opinion, legendary. Nicki is still a legendary artist. Like I love her. Like Super Bass, that whole time period, Your Love, High School that she did with Lil Wayne. You know, like so many songs that she had, you know, before Cardi B that were legendary. So I don't want to just dismiss, you know, her history because
I wouldn't say legendary is the word. I think that era when she first came out was fantastic. I want it back. But to say is Nicki better than Cardi? No. Not at this time moment, no. If Cardi came out when Nicki was first beginning, you might have me there. You might have got my pocket change. But right now, Cardi B is killing the game. She's killing the game with her lyrics. Yes, we got the whole, but she don't write all her lyrics. So what? Like, is her lyrics bomb? Can I understand it? Can I relate to it? Right now, what Nicki is rapping about, I can't relate to it. Barbie things. It gives me, it gives me an eyesight of that old Nicki. Like, yes, I'm reaching for it.
Yeah,
but
there you go.
It ain't there.
But what about Chung Lee?
This is what I think. Nicki Minaj, she got so much backlash for being herself that now she has went back into like a shell, and now she's just making mainstream music, which is what we don't want to hear. I want On Revenge back. I want that Nicki. I want Roger that back because that was my song.
Okay.
I want Young Money Nicki back.
5-star chick.
This Nicki Minaj is more like I'm rapping for money, and that's it. I'm
I don't
rapping to get
agree.
the songs over.
I don't agree. I still feel
in
like
one of her songs, she literally said she's rapping for a bag.
well, I don't know what song that is, but I think that at the same time it's still hard to sustain your place in rap. Like I still feel like when this Queen album comes out, hopefully she changes a lot of people's opinions, and I feel like it's also because she's been gone for a long time. Y'all can't tell me that Break It Up was not a hit. Her verse on that, everybody was singing the race with China and the race whatever that was. Everybody was singing that, you know, was it last summer? Yeah, last summer. That was when that came out. Everybody was singing it. And she came back and she showed us that Nicki that we missed. You know what I mean?
You're right.
So I feel like we just need to give her a little bit of space. Like, she's just giving us a little sneak peek. But Nicki's coming with the fire. I feel it.
You saying that she was gone for a long time, but she was pulling out features from out of space, and she was still killing it. And when she came out with the albums, it was like boom. So her being gone for so long, I don't care. It's like I know what you can do, and I know you can produce better and more. Give me what I know you can do. Like
But wouldn't y'all love to see a collab with her and Cardi?
I mean, they have
y'all
songs
songs
together, but it's not like just them two. But honestly, this,
motorsport.
But this is what the problem is. If you think about it, now a lot of Nicki Minaj's songs is about body, cash, money. Mainstream.
like a guy.
Mainstream.
Like a guy.
Back in the day,
So then why do guys get glorified for it, but females don't?
It's
I mean,
not.
she's doing what she's doing in the male, you know, singing about what males sing about in a male-dominated game. Then what's wrong with it?
It's nothing wrong with it, but it's because when Nicki Minaj first came out, she was so raw. She talked about real problems and just being a girl. And at that time, we didn't have any female rappers, so she was the one we were listening to. Like, yeah, Nicki, I relate with you.
That's why we fell
But
in love
now
with her.
it's like if your audience can't relate to you, what's the point? Now with guys, they're about money. Because guys think that it's cool. I know it's a stereotype, but a lot of guys want that lifestyle. A lot of us don't want Nicki's lifestyle. We want to relate to Nicki. We want her to be like our sister, to communicate with us. But that's not what's happening.
And that's what Cardi B is doing with her music. She's telling about her life in New York. She's telling about the time when she used to be out in the streets, you know. And then Cardi B's personality, it just like sucks you in like a vacuum.
And that's how Nicki
I think that
was.
she's I think that Cardi's very relatable. And because Nicki feels like she's reached that legendary status, like she's above here and she's kind of untouchable at this point. Because honestly, she is successful. And just like you said, I didn't hear the song, but if she was to release a song, she's still getting that bag. She's still getting paid millions and millions. You know what I mean? She's still a millionaire.
She getting
because she's Nicki Minaj.
She getting them back to what them numbers looking like. Not good.
And she losing her fans.
Okay.
If you lose your fan base, what's the point? Like,
She hasn't lost me.
I mean, she hasn't lost
I'm
you,
still a
but like,
fan.
if you think about when Nicki Minaj first came out, how big her daggone fan base was. Like, everybody was with Nicki. Everybody wanted to be her for Halloween, the costume.
Okay,
When I tell you, I used to look up her lyrics online. All of her songs. Now I'm like,
Oh, the Nine Wire was out.
Like, now it's like you're rhyming the same words together, and it's like, Nikki, like, I know you can do better. If you put Chun-Li in one more song, Chun-Li, cut it off. Like, I just don't understand.
But Cardi, she killing it. Like, just keep going. Just give me the same thing, and I'll be a happy camper.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the TV shows from over the weekend. The first episode of season 5 of Power came on last Sunday. So we ended season 4 with Tommy, Kanan, and Ghost, and we started season 5 off again with this trio, and they're still going strong. So what do we think about that?
This trio is something else. I would say that because if I'm working with the enemy and I don't know, you guys. I'm working with the enemy, and I know that in the past the enemy has tried to take my life. I'm gonna have a third eye in the back of my head. Like, I'm gonna be looking at
I wouldn't trust it.
Even Tasha's reaction when they saw that when they were working with Kanan again, she even was like, it doesn't make any sense that they're working with him. I think he's gonna turn on them again.
I do. But you know what I actually think? I think that Dre and Kanan are working together. And I think that it's going to be revealed that they're working together. Like, I really think that, because like when you see the scenes, Kanan always comes in last. Like when Tommy and Ghost are getting shot up, Kanan, like, he comes in to save the day at the end. Mm-hmm. But I feel like because Kanan is so smart and he's always 5,000 steps ahead of them, he planned this. Like, him and Dre are working together.
I don't see it, girl. I don't see it. Do y'all see this?
I mean, honestly, like with shows like this, it's always a random twist midway through that you're not expecting. So that may actually be the
thing we're not expecting, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know. Like, Kanan was there the last minute because he was the driver. Like, how am I supposed to do something that's could criminalize me, help me go to jail, and I don't have a getaway driver? He hurt, they don't
Kanan always gets away, though. They literally tried to kill him, and he got away.
He just walks up. You've got a point, and this is, I don't know. I think who is the person it's making it seem like Kanan is the person that seems like, oh, he never dies, is the son, Tariq.
Yeah.
Tariq is the person that in their little chess game, Ghost doesn't put in account of. So it's like when things don't go the way they're supposed to go, like Drake still being alive, it's like, well, why are you still alive? So that's just my take. But
there's gonna be some twists in there. We can never really see what's coming with Power, but I'm excited. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited for this season.
Well, now let's introduce our new co-host, Miss Alexis. She's also a Fox 5 intern, and she's here to talk about some politics.
Okay, so Rachel Dolezal, she's made headlines once again. She is being arrested on welfare charges and has until Monday to turn herself in. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, honestly, I heard that it was like $8,100 worth of money that she got, saying that she allegedly said that she was only making like $500.
Less than $500.
Well, that's some tea. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing that confuses me is how would she claim she's making less than $500 if she just released a book? Like a few, like that doesn't make any sense to me. You just released a book, and then she got an additional $100 in child assistance.
I don't like. Okay, I don't like how she is portraying the African American community as something that does not take care of their own. I don't know her heritage. I don't know her ancestors, but from what I know, you impose as a African American woman, and it doesn't seem like you are one. And then you work for
the NAACP president,
the ex.
Yeah, like you work for something that means so much to us as a community, and you write off that you're not getting paid anything but breadcrumbs. That's the source.
And she deposited nearly $84,000 into her account that she didn't report back. So
let's make this clear. Rachel Dolezal is not African American. She is of Caucasian descent, but she identifies as African American woman, which I don't understand, because here's my thing with that. You can't choose your skin color. Our ancestors could not choose to be black. They're just black. We are just black. So therefore, we have to deal with all of the racial problems that go on with the world, and the fact that you are trying to make it seem cool to be
she
black.
can go back to being white.
And she
Right, you know what I mean?
changed
Like,
her name
she changed her name. She
to
did
an African name.
to a Nigerian name. I don't understand, because she doesn't understand what we actually go through. Like, we can't just be like, I'm gonna be white today. We can't change our skin color.
Rip it off.
I mean, honestly, like, it doesn't matter. Like, she could put on as many wigs and braids as she wants to, but you're not black. I just don't understand. You're portraying our community to be less than because you're lying on on your welfare charges, and I just don't understand.
And it was actually, I think it was $8,000 that she owed.
Wow. See, no, it just made me itch, honestly.
Honestly, I feel like we need to stop giving people like her attention because they want to identify as African American, just like Whoa Vicky or Lil, whatever her name is. She identifies African American, but she's clearly
Who's that?
white. She's she's
about?
like an Instagram
Oh my
famous,
gosh! Don't even get me started.
and
on her.
she identifies as black, but both of her parents are white. And like her daughter is
Oh,
white.
wow.
You all know who we're talking about. We
This
bring
kind
up
of
a
reminds
picture
me of
you
Dr.
and
Love.
you know who we're talking about. Vicky. That's a whole different subject though, because she irritates.
I just don't understand why people think it's okay.
Because remember when Dr. Love was going around saying that he was a doctor and like he was working and he had all these patients and stuff?
It's different. It's different for you to identify
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
job
definitely.
position more
Yeah.
so as to identify as a whole nother race.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thanks for turning up with us on the first episode of Fox and Turn Up. We'll see you soon.